If you think back a couple of years, most South African households, it wasn't uncommon to see the Opel Kadett parked in the drive. People loved its wealth of space, its practicality, and the overall great value in which it offered. Well, now let's fast forward a couple of years and welcome to this. This, now in its 11th generation, is the latest Opel Astra. To keep things sporty, when you look at it from the outside, the new Astra's got a almost coupe-like floating roof design. It's got sporty slashes and lines, and if you take a look at it from its side profile or the front, it's got an aggressive kind of pointed look. It makes it really look fantastic when parked or when on the road. But I think what's most impressive about this new Astra is the wealth of technology, features, gizmos and gadgets in which it offers. You see, this Opel Astra sits in a class ultimately with vehicles such as its closest German competitor, the Volkswagen Golf. But whereas the Golf feels perhaps slightly more premium on materials, the level of toys and features in which this Astra offers is simply unrivaled. The one I'm driving today is mated with the 1.4 litre engine. Now it's a 1.4 Ecotec turbo. Certainly no slouch on power. It's nippy, it's responsive. It's also been fitted with this automatic gearbox. And whilst in the old days you were kind of a bit put off smaller engines mated with automatic gearboxes, in this latest generation of vehicles such as this one, the new Astra, it is fantastic. It's seamless, it's smooth, the power delivery is good, and the automatic just makes that ride that much more comfortable around town and traffic conditions. It's actually the perfect blend. This 1.4 litre turbo engine also delivers the power exactly when you need it. It's quick enough on the pull-off, and when it comes to an overtake situation or you're on the open roads, it doesn't seem to lack anything there either. The one thing which I have noticed, however, the only thing which I can say has been a little bit of a letdown for me with its 1.4 litre turbo is it does tend to be slightly thirsty on fuel in urban conditions. Perhaps this is due to the fact that it's having to work that little bit harder. Now, where the Opel really shines, and you could say it goes from being an Astra to being in fact more astronomical, is its wealth of technology and features. Firstly, you come inside into the cabin. You get these piano black dials. In this case, it's been coupled with this leather style interior. It all looks very attractive. It's quite clean and refined. But where it's most impressive is in the center of the dash, you get Opel's media entertainment system. Those of you who have driven recently an Adam or something like that will be fairly familiar with the system. It's clean, it's simple to use, it's touchscreen based, and it's intuitive. You can press to get into your menu. This will give you a kind of a home screen here with settings for audio, telephony controls for Bluetooth, either streaming or Bluetooth telephone calls. Now there's a button here called projection. Now this is really quite clever. In the center of the dash, Opel have fitted this little tray. This allows you to slot your phone in. You then simply use the cable to pair it, and that gives you full access to Apple Carplay. So that means everything your phone's doing is mirrored with the device's own screen. That gives you access to things like tune-in satellite-based radio, weather, Siri. There is just so much you can now do with it. You also, on this 1.4 litre turbo sport model, get it coupled with things like navigation, and also quite clever, a text message readout service. A text message comes in and simply the Opel reads it back to you. Now when you come onto the driver controls, the steering wheel of course is multi-function and quite chunky in appearance, very nice to hold on to. But here's something else that it's got. For the first time I've seen, or probably ever, on this kind of range of vehicle, almost anything, it's got a heated steering wheel, of course heated seats, which are lovely in these winter conditions. What about space in the rear of the Astra? Well, it's pretty comfortable. I've got the seat back in my position. Thanks to the way the seats press inwards, I've got enough knee room. The headroom's good, and what's particularly impressive, which cars do you get that have this? It's heated rear seats. Very, very nice for winter. It also has two USB sockets at the back for charging your device. They really have thought of everything here for this new Astra. you've got a voice mode. So let me show you what I mean. You're in traffic, you want to simply adjust, say, your navigation. Let's try it out. 56 Main Road, C point.
56 Main Road, C point, correct?
Yes, simple as that. We can navigate to our address. Very, very easy. Apart from this, when you look up front of you, you've got this lovely instrument cluster. It's clear, it's crisp, and you can exactly see your precise controls. But more importantly, it's got this color display in the center, which lets you toggle through the wealth of features behind this vehicle. Now this includes everything from your digital speedometer. Then you can simply slide through it. You get a fuel range information readout, oil life remaining readout, tire pressure, a timer if you want to use it for timing the ride. You've got one which is particularly clever. It's got a traffic sign reader. So basically, when you're on one of those roads and you think, I'm not sure exactly what this road speed is, I don't know what speed I should be doing, the vehicle reads it for you and notifies you. Very, very nice. You just glance down at it and it's in front of you. You've also got a follow distance, where it'll tell you your actual following distance to the car in front and the amount of seconds it'll take to brake before an impact. It's also got lane keeping assist. There is just so many toys and features to play with. When I come down near the gear selection, it's got a self-park function. So what is the Opel latest generation Opel Astra really all about? Well, in my opinion, what it does is it offers a competitor to something like Volkswagen's Golf, but it's for this sort of price point, 374,000 Rand. Whilst you might be able to get a 1.4 litre turbo Golf, it will not have this wealth of features, which makes the Astra an incredibly impressive offering. From me, Jason of Technobock, this has been a look at the latest generation Opel Astra. Until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Cheers for now.
Technobock.